Hey, what's up guys? In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the newly released SH Monsterarts Red Eyes Black Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh! But before we get started, if you haven't yet already done so, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another awesome review. Now, hot off the tail of the previous release, which was the first in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Line, that being, of course, the Blue Eyes White Dragon, here we do have the Red Eyes Black Dragon, and at the time of this video, I'm pretty sure everyone that's going after these guys will already know that the third release has already been announced, and that, of course, is the Elemental Hero Flame Wingman. Now, why did they decide to go from two of the main dragons from the original line to the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX line? I'm not too sure, but I'm not complaining because that figure looks absolutely amazing, and I do have that pre-order as well, so look forward to that video when that comes out, probably towards the end of the year. But with that being out of the way, here we do see we got a nice big box, very similar to the Blue Eyes White Dragon. We do have the red eyes kind of at the front, and it's pretty iconic pose. This is probably the pose that he had on that original Red Eyes Black Dragon card, except it's kind of on the opposite side. He's kind of leaning forward, mouth forward, getting ready to like pounce or ready to like breathe his Infernal Fire Blast. So there's that. Here we do see SH Monsterarts Red Eyes Black Dragon in Japanese, the Bandai Tamashii Nations logo, the Bandai logo. Here we do see Yu-Gi-Oh! On the other corner. We do see the nice hieroglyphics in the back. On the top here, we do see SH Monsterarts Red Eyes Black Dragon. Here we have a little window on this side. On the bottom, we do have the Red Eyes Black Dragon. My box, unfortunately, came with a bit of a crease, which I'm not the happiest about, but what can you do? On this side, again, we have the Red Eyes Black Dragon in one of the poses. And on the other side, the exact same thing. Now, if you flip it around to the back, here we do see the Red Eyes Black Dragon in some of its other poses. Again, do an attack, defense position. It does come with an Infernal Fire Blast effect part as well as the stand. And here on the window, we do see the dragon through the window there. I know the glare is not the greatest, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the box. So without further ado, let's crack this deadly dragon out of the box and see what he has to offer. Alright guys, and here we are back with the Red Eyes Black Dragon out of the packaging in the stand along with the Infernal Fire Blast. So taking a quick look here at the accessories that this guy comes with. I'm just going to take him off the stand and try to get him to stand first because he does not really want to stand. He does not do a good, well, he's actually doing a pretty good job right now. Actually, no. See how he's like toppling over. Something I don't like about this guy is his ankle joints are all the joints in his legs are extremely loose, even compared to the Blue Eyes that he tends to topple over. You really have to kind of rest him on the tail. So there's that. But with that out of the way, let's take a look at the stand here. Now these are all individually plugged on here. Comes with two of these, and these wingtip stands, similar with the Red Eyes, just kind of rest on those wingtips there. We do have this one, which is unique for him. This is just the cradle, kind of the crotch area. Now I do want to mention that it's not very cleanly done. Now with this is very simple. I can just take a X-Acto knife, hobby knife, and kind of just shave that off. But I feel like for something this high end, this should be a little bit more refined, right? So there is that. There's a few more things that I do want to touch on regarding this figure in terms of quality control that I will get to in a second here. But regarding the base, there is that, and here we do have the Infernal Fire Blast. Again, very cool looking. You can kind of have these electricity kind of going off to the side. Now with this one, I do believe you can put in his mouth because the Red Eyes has a very narrow jaw, and he can probably just fit kind of right there. But the other thing I do want to mention is you can probably see if this stand is in straight, this thing's going off at an angle, and I don't know why this is the case, but it just looks very weird. And to get this thing to pose with the Red Eyes, again, it's a little off center. So again, some quality control issues there. So with that out of the way, let's get this thing out of here. Let's take a look at the actual figure. Now, as I was saying, quality control, when I got this figure, the neck was completely detached. Now, we may say that, hey, maybe the neck fell off during transportation and stuff. Possible, but with how much force I had to use to put that neck back on, I don't think this was a transportation thing. I think it was just the person that was installing it that day was probably like, you know what? I'm lazy, I'm tired today, I'm not going to install it, I'm just going to throw the head in the box with the body, and there was that. So it actually took quite a bit of work. I tried putting it on, it didn't work, so what I had to do was take off all these individual pieces, and I popped the head off, put the neck stock in first, put these pieces back on, and then ended up putting the head back on. But when I put the head on, the head fell apart as well. The top part as well as the tongue are ball joints that are plugged into this jaw piece, which goes into the neck. So, you know, there's quite a bit of work there, but it's quite annoying. But yeah, I mean, in the end though, this guy does look really, really good. Very nicely looking figure, very accurate to how the red eyes looked in the show as well as on that card. We do see the face here, nice red eyes. There's a little bit of a paint splotch as well. Again, quality control, not the best. We do have a nice pinkish lavender tongue, which is again on a ball joint that can move around. The jaw can open and close. But again, these are on ball joints, so you can actually kind of go side to side. I'm not sure why that is the case. I'm not sure if I can do it with the blue eyes. I can check later on. But I just found that very interesting how the jaws can go side to side. It's actually kind of funny. But we do see black all throughout the body. There seems to be a slight kind of very dark red tint wash to him. I'm not sure if it's coming across on camera. You might see a little bit of redness there, which is actually quite cool here. But compared to the blue eyes, there's not much of a paint difference, because the blue eyes, again, it was mostly white with a blue wash. This one's mostly just black. You can see a little bit of red here and there, but we do see a little bit of silver kind of on these spines, which is really, really cool. On the back here, just lots of spikes, very spiky compared to the blue eyes, which was more of a smoother, rounder figure. We do have kind of the ridges on the wings, again, spikes on the back, all on the tail. Now, in terms of articulation, we saw that the head, this is a ball joint going into the neck. The tongue is also a ball joint. There's a ball joint at every single segment all along the neck, so you can get these very cool, crazy poses here. There's ball joints kind of in the body, so we can kind of do a little bit of a bend. Not much, just a little bit. And the wings are on swivel hinges. You can swivel, you can kind of hinge, and there's a swivel hinge going in here as well as in there. And I believe these other small wing pieces are all ball joints here. And the shoulder, again, this is a swivel hinge. I believe these can all rotate. There's another swivel hinge here. And I believe this is a ball hinge here at the hand. Here we have, I believe these are swivel hinges in the thighs. Again, going into the thigh as well. Sometimes it's hard to get that to work properly. And then also we do have a knee bend. I believe this is a hinge, although there does seem to be some side-to-side movement as you see there, so it might be a ball joint going into that calf. And we do have I believe this is a ball joint. There's quite a bit of mobility there. And we do have a hinge now for the feet. This is something that was lacking in the Blue Eyes White Dragon. We do see that we can kind of have him grabbing his opponent's prey, whatever you want to call it, kind of like that. And you can also kind of splay it all the way out so that he is standing on these guys there. So yeah, that is that. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot about the tail. Again, this is individually articulated as well, ball joints all the way down, so very, very nice. So yeah, that's the articulation for the Red Eyes Black Dragon here. Now, we did see the accessory, which was that stand and the Infernal Fire Blast. There is another accessory, and that are these kind of more of a splayed out claw, we can see, compared to what he has on him. He has more of like a gripping claw. This one's a little bit more splayed out. I'm not sure why he came with it and then the Blue Eyes did not, but it's just something extra that you can kind of switch on. Again, the ball joints on the hands just pop right out, and you can put these on, so yeah, there is that. Now on to comparisons. Here we have the previous release, which was the Blue Eyes White Dragon here. Now the Blue Eyes White Dragon I have in more of like a crouch pose. I could get that for him as well. But so now we do see there's a bit of a height difference, but if everything's splayed out, I believe they're fairly similar in size. And of course, here we have our standard Ultimate Gohan from Dragon Ball. And yeah, that's it for comparisons. So, some final thoughts on the SH Monsterarts Red Eyes Black Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh! I think this is a very, very nice release. It's very accurate to the show. The articulation and the detailing, everything is just amazing. I love the red wash that's over the black. Just personally, in my copy here, there does seem to be some quality control issues. Hopefully it's just on mine and not widespread throughout the entire release of this guy. But other than that, again, I love this guy. I'm very looking forward towards the third release, which is the Elemental Hero Flame Wingman. And with them already jumping into the GX line, we have no idea what they're going to do next. Hopefully they do get into the gods as well for the SH Monsterarts line. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to let me know by hitting that thumbs up button. And until next time, guys, take care. Bye.